This is Thursday Flair, and what happens is we take the worst ranked community maps, we give them a second chance at life, because sometimes the community doesn't get it right. Gmos, welcome to Thursday Flair. Glad to have you here. It looks like all the players, all 14 of them, going into the boosted Vortex Orbiter, trying to get down to the point of return and get themselves into the rest of the trek. Hope someone finds some way to finish, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's a hidden booster somewhere. Who knows? All the players again now. Looks like Patrick has the best line, getting themselves down through with that beautiful dread shot, or dead drop into the center of the point of return. Coming around the helix onto the right-hand side. It's going to be Shady coming around second. Give him trying to get through in third. It's going to be Scorpion fourth. Mustache trying to get through in fifth with Gmos and Sakuragi not too far behind. Pledge, Go-Ditch, Drifting, and Sesame all coming out the same time with Kara, MJ Hops in the back, and Bleed, the global record holder, all the way in the back, taking it slow and steady. They might know something the other players don't. They might have a reason for being the global record holder. As Patrick comes up on the left-hand side, can they get a good drop into the wind bit? No, not even a chance. Looks like it's going to be Kevin. Nothing. Shoni. Scorba. Sakuragi. Anybody? Nothing. Shoni. Nope. Gmos. Oh, Gmos. Almost got out. Not going to happen, though. Nothing. 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 Drifted. Anybody? Great. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. It's gonna be one of those Thursday flares, huh? All right. Everyone, we need to address the elephant in the room. All right. I know the last like 4 Thursday flares have been phenomenal. They've been roller coasters. They've been, you know, triumphs. Let's do some quick group psychology management here, all right? I know it's Thursday Flair. I know it's the best day of the week, and I know everyone's expectations are here, all right? We need to get our expectations. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Nope, keep going. Right, almost there. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Right there. 1 inch above the floor. All right. You're here right now. I need you 1 inch above the floor. Okay. Let's get all our expectations all the way down. For those of you unfamiliar, this is Thursday Flair. We take the worst ranked community maps. We give them a second chance at life. Because not every time is the rating appropriate for the map. So far, though. Ooh. All right, starting off with... Where you going? Where you going? Where? Well, if you're making coffee, can you get me 2 cookies, please? Jones. Jones. Hope he's okay. All the players make their way down into the boosted Vortex Orbiter. Skeptics trying to lead the way in the middle. It's going to be, I think, Fairy Princess in the back, trying to get a bounce off the back wall. But who's got... Oh, my goodness! Oh, my God. And Sonic snipes the victory in the wind bin! I kind of like that. I kind of like it. There's something about that. And I kind of like. It's just kind of like shotgun, see if anyone hits the wind bin. Oh, maybe not. All right, there's a couple leftovers that'll trickle down into the wind bin to finish it out. I kind of like that approach. It's a good idea. The question is, was the execution good? I might have to race this one again, guys. I'm a bit beside myself at the moment. All right, what are we looking at here? I don't think we're going above 30 today. I mean, we have to, like, at least look, right? We have to at least look. How 61% is such a weird number for a 9-minute track. Usually it's going to be like 3% or 90%. But 61%? I have to look. I have to look. Is that Wall of Death 61%? You think that's what it is? What am I looking at? What is, I feel like I'm looking into just like this is revolutionary. How is this 9 minutes long? This is I have never seen anything like this in my life. What? We have to race it. We have to race it. This could be the start of something new, ladies and gentlemen. This could be when everything we know changes about map building. Killed, I'm glad you're here. Just in time. We're about to demolish everything we know about map building right here. I am ready. 9 minutes? Oh my god. I think this is a 9-minute track that's exciting the entire time. Philhagen Vladimir. I gotta get me and the mustache. I can't say no. All right. Listen, I am ready. I am ready. Let's fucking do this. Killed, are you on? Oh, there. No. Killed? Oh, there you are. Mr. Pirate. Ready to go. It's a cool combo. Hi, folks. Smurf, welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, Philhagen Vladimir's Abyss. I feel like everything we know about building is about to be shattered. Let's see what they have in store for us here right now. 23 marbles on the track. Looking to get started as they hit this booster into the Vortex Opener. Who's going to be the first one there? It's going to be Feder Raspberry with a good bounce off the back wall, but can they keep ahead of the competition and make it down closer to the point of return? We're going to find out. Looks like Gibbons Gaming Official and Shens TV wants in, and yes, he does. Going right down to the center in first place and looking to get started as quickly as possible. He can't wait, and I don't blame him. It's going to be Gibbons Gaming Official, Tormentor TV, and looks like Sir Cryptomine trying to get through in second place as Shens tries to hold first place, going through the point of return and into the rest of the track. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 7 minutes of excitement coming down the lane as Shesby comes into the last strip, goes right into the center. Any player going to be able to skip ahead as they go down into the same obstacle. Shesby taking slightly off to the left-hand side. Sir Cryptomine tries to get through, and Sergeant Saros goes right around the left-hand side into first place. They go and makes their way down into the Mogul Pen. Hits the booster around the pins, almost falls out of the map, but they keep it under control. His name House hits the pins as they come around in second place. Gibbons Gaming Official trying to get through in third as they make their way down into the Mogul Pen and into the Helix on the left-hand side. Going to be Sergeant Saros holding first place as they come around into the next Mogul Bang with a straight line across in the center. MJ Hop slightly off to the right-hand side, but also going with a pretty good straight line into the middle. Tries to get around those pins, but they hit him, and they hit the boosters coming off the right-hand side, trying to get through the molasses strip. And Sergeant Saros trying to hold first place, but MJ Hop starting to catch up from behind as they go through on the right-hand side. I don't think we're going to be able to use the numbers for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Saros straight across the pan. MJ Hop's also gets through with a pretty good line to the right-hand side as they come up into the next opening, trying to get around on these very strange boosted connectors here, but I think it's working out for him as Sergeant Saros keeps it under control, coming up into that boost on the right-hand side to make their way down into the covered track and make the way down across into the next two molasses strips. Smurf coming around in third place. All the other players having trouble getting through the molasses strip, but Jim is coming around in fourth place, and Sergeant Saros and MJ Hops still battling out for first place. They come up into the next molasses strip. MJ Hops right into the middle. Sergeant Saros once again over to the left-hand side. overtaking the other marbles and trying to hold it in first place. Empty House spilling out to the outside edge. But Sergeant Saros is going through the molasses strip again. Oh my goodness, Sergeant Saros might even be on track for a record time, ladies and gentlemen. They've not got stuck in a single molasses strip. And now they're coming up into the boosters here on the right hand side, trying to get past the pins. Perfect timing, gets the corrective boost into the middle, goes across into the next Mogo Pan. And Sergeant Saros is on a tear, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up on the right hand side, leaving the competition completely in the dust. Finally stopping on the Mogo Pan a little bit there, trying to catch their breath after sprinting their hearts out on the first part of the course. Coming up the molasses strip on the right hand side, and once again, Sergeant Saros is just going to skip right over it like it's not even there. What is Sergeant Saros smoking, and can we all get some? In through the right-hand side as they get across the next molasses strip and down to the second half of the course, and it looks like Sergeant Saros is not going to be stopped anytime soon. All the other players still trying to get through on that last molasses strip, and it's going to be Smurf coming around in second place. Looks like Empty House trying to get through on the left-hand side, but they've hit the reset booster. They're not getting anywhere, so they might be trapped for the rest of the map, and it's going to be Jim and Coder out of third, Pokedebi in fourth, and back to Sergeant Saros going across the Mogo Pan on the right-hand side and going down across the helix, is trying to get through as quickly as possible ahead of the competition and make their way past those pins and in the next pan. And it's going to be Smurf coming around in second place. Looks like J-Man trying to get through in third. They bounce across the left-hand side of the Mogo Pan. Pokedebi coming around in fourth with Chris Turtle not too far behind. Also trying to get something to happen here on this amazing track. Gibbons Gaming Professional on the left-hand side trying to get through the Mogo Pan. Also the first Sonic and Pokedebi all trying to get through on the right-hand side. And Smurf coming down to the bottom of the molasses strip, making the way into the exit here on the right-hand side. Trying to get through in second place as Sergeant Saros finally free the pins and the helix on the bottom. Gets across the pan on the left-hand side. They're still going for it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes have elapsed and they're already halfway through the course, and they could very well be ahead of that global record time. Gets around the very janky exit here into the... Oh no! Sergeant Saros finally stopped in one of the molasses strips, and now the other players might actually have a chance to catch him from behind. Smurf coming around the right-hand side of the helix, make the way down into that same connector with those pins. Looks like it's going to be Chris Turtle in third, Drifted in fourth. It looks like Gibbs Gaming Official in fifth. You're in sixth place, and there goes Sonic in seventh place. All the players a little bit further behind, with Elsa the first leading the peloton across the way. Kira Rozalka and Kato Skycat in the back, and it looks like a couple players are going to be stuck forever, unfortunately, on that booster pan on the right-hand side. Smurf coming around the right-hand side. Sergeant Saros finally free of the molasses strip, and will Smurf be able to find a way to skip around this Mogo Pan, or will they be stuck up in the middle? Oh, they go to the right-hand side. Smurf's going to go for the exit, and Smurf is closing the gap on Sergeant Saros, and Sergeant Saros has got to go. Trying to get through on the left-hand side of the next molasses strip. Can they avoid from getting stuck in the middle? They try to get through on the right-hand side. No, Sergeant Saros has gone in the middle. Smurf coming around in second place as they come across the Mogo Pan on the left-hand side, looking to make everything happen here as they come up to the last molasses strip. Can Smurf avoid the molasses strip here on the left-hand side? Trying to get through. No, they go right into the middle, and Sergeant Saros right now is going to hold first place, but now Chris Turtle's coming up from behind in their place, so they might be able to find a way to skip out of this molasses strip. No cut in the middle as well. Sergeant Saros about to escape as they go through in the exit. It's going to be Gibbons and Sonic both trying to get through, but they get caught in the drip as well, so Sergeant Saros coming down to the side, trying to get down into the divide here. A very strange makeshift divide, but it looks like it's safe of any marbles getting impaled, so Sergeant Saros coming up across the left-hand side into the open pan, trying to get down and hold their position in first place, but all the players are now starting to get out of the molasses strip, including Smurf coming around in second, Chris Turtle coming around in third, Drifted in fourth. It was getting official with Sonic in sixth place, all coming out of that molasses strip, and Sergeant Saros coming up into the divide here on the left-hand side, back into the merger as they go down to the final set of this track, and it's going to be a close race, ladies and gentlemen. There's Turtle on the right-hand side, trying to hold second. It's going to be Drifted in third. Smurf on the left and fourth. Gibbons Gaming Official in fifth place on the left-hand side as well as they go across the pan and make their way into that merging section. But Sergeant Saros already making the way down into that collection pan on the right-hand side as they go down into the next molasses strip. And will Sergeant Saros be able to keep themselves out of trouble here in this molasses strip? Will they get stuck again and let the players catch up from even further behind as they go into the final stretch of this course? Sergeant Saros coming around the helix on the right-hand side, coming up in the molasses strip. Can they avoid getting stuck in the middle? They try to bounce to the right-hand side, but they can't quite get through. And Sergeant Saros stuck, and now it's going to be Smurf, Chris Turtle, and Drifted all coming down to the collection pan. There's Turtle and Smurf all at the same time. Smurf just barely ahead of Chris Turtle, hits the helix on the right-hand side, make the way down to that molasses strip. Drifted coming around, Gibbons Gaming Official coming around. Both players going to have a pretty good chance to find a way to run this molasses strip and get ahead of Sergeant Saros. Oh, Smurf almost gets through on the right-hand side, but can't quite find the exit. Chris Turtle can't find it either. Here come the other two players. Drifted and Gibbons Gaming Official both trying to get through. Drifted bounces in the middle. Sergeant Saros finally frees. He goes through on the left-hand side of the cheese grater. Gibbons Gaming Official trying to get through on the right side. They get caught in the debris as well. So all the other players are not going to be able to close the gap on Sergeant Saros, who's just down the side, coming up on the right-hand side of the pan to make the way out into the molasses strip. What looks like it's just going to be the one of last three molasses strips here on the right-hand side. Sergeant Saros coming up on the right-hand side once again, goes right around the outside edge, not going to stop for nothing. Sergeant Saros is only 1 minute behind the global record time, and I think they could very well have it, ladies and gentlemen. Coming around the helix on the right-hand side, trying to hold that first place position. Smurf and Chris Turtle still trying to find a way to catch up to Sergeant Saros as they go across the next molasses strip. Smurf misses the exit on the up and pan, so does Chris Turtle, bobbling hopelessly as they try to find the exit, colliding off of one another to try to help each other out. As Drifted and Gibbons Gaming Official coming up from behind as they go into the molasses strip. Smurf gets caught in the middle. Chris Turtle bounces off the right-hand side, overtaking Smurf, and Gibbons Gaming Official caught in the middle as well. Drifted trying to get through on the left-hand side, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Smurf trying to escape to the right-hand side, but Chris Turtle is going to take second place as Sergeant Saros is coming down with just 30 seconds left to go to beat the global record time. Can Sergeant Saros do it, or will they be well behind the global record. Oh no, Sergeant Saros just hit us something. I don't know what it was. It was a strong booster on the right-hand side. Sergeant Saros went the completely wrong direction. Chris Turtle with a chance to overtake. No, they're going to hit it. What is going on now? All the players are getting jumbled up on the reverse booster on the right-hand side. Someone has got to find their way through, and so far, no one's able to do it. Everyone hitting that booster on the far right-hand side. Everyone trying to push their way through, and this is not going to look good for anyone trying to get that global record time. Nelson the first, though, has found a way to push through. They're going to make their way down into the rest of the track. Chris Turtle, Smurf, Feder Asbury, Gibbons, killed, and Baby Yoda all trying to get through on that Helix, but not having any luck with that super reset booster on the right-hand side as Elson takes the competition away and gets themselves down into the first place position, coming across the right-hand side of the Mongol Pan, make their way down the next slide and trying to get through as quickly as possible to finish out this race. 7 minutes and 13 seconds elapsed. They hit the boost around the very strange open bend of the track, goes into the blaster strip on the left-hand side, gets a good skip on the outside, not going to get stopped up by much as they go for a diagonal right into the middle. Elson's back into the middle as they go around the Helix on the right excited to think Elson the first is going to secure the victory here as all the other players are continuing to struggle to get out of that reset booster. Kita Skycat now in second place as they hit the jump across the elevated plane, and Gibbons Gaming official trying to get through in third place as they make their way down that same bend. Elson the first caught in the middle of the molasses strip. It looks like Skeeta Skycat getting a good line there on the right hand side. Gibbons Gaming official also with a good line on the right hand side, both trying to close the gap on Elson the first. They come down the exit. Is Skycat going to be able to overtake Elson the first from the better line around the molasses strip? It's anyone's guess, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of the players still trying to get through on that line as Elson the first comes into the molasses strip at the exit on the right hand side. Kita Skycat did not get around. Gibbons Gaming official one last chance to get ahead on the right hand side. No, they get caught in the middle as Elson the first flex down the last slide, trying to get down the windmill to finish out the race after 8 minutes of track, and it looks like Elson the first is lining up into the windmill to finish it out in first place, and Elson the first gets past the pins and sticks the landing in the windmill. Ladies and gentlemen, a free-to-build map, 9 minutes long and exciting the entire way through. You have got to vote this thing up. It is a masterpiece. It's going to be Gibbons Gaming official and Katie Skycat trying to get through, and Katie Skycat does get in second place. Gibbons Gaming official trying to get through in third place. Surfer trying to get through in fourth place. They come up left-hand side of the Mogul Pan, and it looks like they've got a pretty good line getting through that molasses strip. Feder Asbury on left-hand side trying to close the gap on Smurf, and it looks like Feder Asbury's clustering up on Smurf, and Smurf tries to get through on the right-hand side. Feder Asbury back in the middle as they go around the helixes and into the last molasses strip, and this is going to come out to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Where is the wall of death? It looks like it's spawning way to the right-hand side, so they should have time to get themselves down into the windmill before it gets cut off. Smurf on the right, Feder Asbury on the left, and it looks like Feder Asbury is closing the gap on Smurf, as Smurf has got to be careful. Here comes Sergeant Saros poking at me. The Gory Specialist from behind. Sergeant Saros almost escapes to the right-hand side, poking at me right into the middle. And the Mustache coming up on the right-hand side as well. And Mustache escapes on the right-hand side. Oh no, the Mustache is going to make a move, trying to get ahead of Smurf as Feder Asbury right at the last second. Overtakes Smurf as they go down the side. And the glorious Mustache looking to make a move with brilliant stride. Coming up on the right-hand side, goes right past the pins at the exit and right around in the windmill. And the glorious Mustache sniping the fourth place position away from Feder Asbury and Smurf. Forget to for 5th place and 6th place. As Sergeant Saros tries to get down in 7th place, coming up across that line. Spokenemy coming around in 8th place. It looks like Scorpio at 9th place, and it's going to be Chris Turtle trying to get through 10th place and come across the right-hand side of the molasses strip. Scorpio caught in the middle, Chris caught in the middle, and here comes Sir Cryptomine from behind, and I believe the wall of death getting pretty close to that edge there, so the players have got to hurry. It's about to cut off that bend. Can Scorpio get through before the wall of death cuts it off? It's going to be a close one. Heads toward left-hand side, gets around the pins, around past the wall, and Scorpio just barely squeaks in. Cryptomine claimed by the wall of death, and Chris Turtle giving it their all, but unfortunately a little too slow across the molasses strip, and I think the wall of death has all but cut off their exit to get themselves in the windmill, so they're not going to make it, and that is going to do it for the race, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was phenomenal. Wow, that was amazing.